Hello everybody. Today we'll be taking a look at the 2010 Audi A5 Cabriolet. This is the 2.0 Quattro model. We'll be taking a look at the exterior and the interior, and I'll try to show you some of the many features that this car has. For a 7-year-old car, I think it retains its look very nicely. Still looks like a brand new car. Only has 64,000 miles. Should also note that it is equipped with the Premium Plus package, so kind of right there in the middle ground. With the Premium Plus package, you get the gorgeous daytime running LEDs, as well as a Harman Kardon surround sound system. Or excuse me, it's actually Bang & Olufsen. The top is fully automatic, so you just have to hold down a button in the center console and it will transform in roughly 30 seconds. I prefer to keep all the windows down unless it's really windy. Usually if it's windy, I won't even bother putting the top down. You can actually put it down while you're driving, as long as you're not going faster than 35 miles an hour. Let me go ahead and show you guys the key. So it's quite wish the camera would focus here. It's quite interesting. There's no actual key, it's more of a fob, and it's pretty expensive, so definitely don't try to lose it. Let's go ahead and get inside. So interior is a pearl white color. I really like the exterior finish of the car. It's a nice metallic kind of silver gray color. Looks really nice. But I love Audi. They're probably one of my favorite brands, and it's definitely a pleasure to be able to drive it. The whole feel of the car is very premium. Very nice soft materials used, and just very nice attention to detail. Another cool feature is this infotainment system, which is pretty neat. Let's go ahead and start her up. So to start, you just put the key fob there and hold your foot down on the brake and then press down. Starts very smoothly, very nicely. Now, I know a lot of people don't really care for the 2.0 model. They say it's very underpowered, and while it can feel underpowered to some, I'm pretty happy with it. The turbo is definitely a nice feature and definitely adds a little bit more oomph to the car. It produces about 220 horsepower. So as you'll notice here in the center, you have your little HUD. Shows your mileage as well as your speed, and at the top there it also shows what mode you're in, because that's another cool feature. You get the Audi media interface, which is located right there, and I got this little add-on here that adds auxiliary, so you can't control it through the actual buttons here, but it's a nice feature to have to be able to play whatever you want, really. And another cool feature that this car has is a SD card slot. So you have to use HC level 4, and supposedly it can support only up to 4 gigabytes, but I have an 8 gigabyte card, so I imagine you can use a higher capacity one. So that's neat. If I don't have my phone with me or whatever, I can easily switch to the SD card and, you know, control it from here. Very, very neat. And I must say, the system just sounds amazing. You get 2 speakers there, 2 speakers here on the side, as well as a subwoofer there in the back. It just sounds really crisp and clear. Bang & Olufsen is definitely one of the best brands out there for music. But we'll go ahead and turn that off. You know, there's other features in there. You can take a look at the setup, adjust settings. There's even, you know, telephone if you connect it via Bluetooth, and you can look at your car and see the oil capacity as well. It is automatic, but you can put it into semi-automatic mode, where you can shift between the gears with the actual shifter or the paddles here on the back. So that's always fun to use. Obviously, it's probably not as fun as a manual, but it's still a nice feature to have. Let's go ahead and rev up the engine, see how she sounds. Gives a very nice deep sound. Up here you have some lights and some other options if you want to sync it to your garage. Small mirror, but obviously you have to cut that out in order to fit the top down. Let's give out one more look here on the exterior. Kind of showcase the LEDs here. They're very bright. Now, another problem that not only the A5 had, but other Audis that use the 2.0 TFSI engine in the 2009 and 2010 model years is they burnt oil like crazy. And I believe Audi did a recall. This particular model, they took the whole engine out and replaced the piston rings to fix the problem. That happened at about 47,000 miles. But I've been the owner of the vehicle right now since April, and I put only about 4,000 miles on it, and I haven't had any issues. I mean, it runs very, very nice. It's a very smooth ride. Let's put on the hazards. Of course, Audi loves LEDs, and you get LED tail lamps. Very beautiful. I need to clean the rims of the tires. It's a 5-spoke design here, but they're kind of separated there. Gives a very nice look to it. Now, I cleaned these rims about a week and a half ago, but the brake dust keeps getting on them. Have some Potenza tires on there. And of course, the nice thing about this car is you also have some seating here in the back. Armrest there. And there's also a powered seat feature, so if you need to get your passenger in there quickly, Press that there, it's powered. And ultimately offers a decent amount of leg room. Now I have these seats all the way back for the best amount of comfort, but you also get your air conditioning here where you can control it. Another charger. There's a charger located here in the center console as well. And you can get this back. Reveals 2 cup holders. Got some storage there as well. And best of all, no roof, so I can imagine it's a lot of fun to be a passenger on this vehicle. And it's nice that the weather is finally starting to cool off a bit. Probably the best time of the year to ride. I would like to open up the trunk to show you the capacity. All windows are fully automatic. So that's probably the biggest con, is you don't get a lot of storage. You have this bar here up top where the actual top is stored. So if you have the top up, you can fold it back to get a little bit of extra space, but ultimately there really isn't that much space available, which is a bit of a bummer. But if you have a suitcase or two, it should be okay, but definitely not enough space for me to fit all my hockey gear. Well, I believe that's about it, guys. Get one last look at the car. Should have a friend coming over, so I'll be able to do a demo of the car on the road. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.